This is the very first thing that I do with Aaron in the morning. You want to do this at least by 6:30. You want to wake him up at 6:30. And you want to do this because he goes to the restroom in the mornings, but oftentimes it'll take a while. And so I do all this so that his clothes don't get all wet. I don't want to put his clothes on and then he gets all wet before he goes to school, and then he smells like pee at school, and then they got a mess to clean up. So, and then I don't want the comforter to get all wet. So what I do is I grab one of these, where you saw me grab one of these towels, and I get this pad right here, and I use them together. Now the other thing I want you to know is that Aaron will roll. So, you know, that's the benefit. You don't have to pick him up. Please don't try to lift him. There's no reason to lift him. If you position him in the right way, you can roll him wherever you need to roll him. The most important thing is getting his arms out of the way. So if you want him to roll a certain direction, you want to make sure his arm is out, and then he'll roll on the side for you. And it's the same thing with this. If you get the other arm, you need to make sure there's no obstructions when you're rolling him in a certain direction. You can't roll him with his arm under him. Okay, so that's the biggest thing that I wanted to show about that. So what I do is, a lot of times he's asleep. This morning is good because he's awake. But you know, when he's asleep, you have to do all this so that when he wakes up, you know, everything will be in place. And then you want to be trying to wake him up too, because he'll fall asleep. He'll keep falling asleep. You have to keep coming in here waking him up. So if you notice, this was folded in half, and the padded side is on the inside and the rubbery side is on the outside. So I take this, the folded side is towards his back, and I put it like this. Okay, and then I open it up, and I tuck this behind him as much as I possibly can. Okay, and then I take this, and this will soak up. If he pees and leaks while he's sitting here, this will soak up much of the pee. I just put this here as like an extra precaution to not get the bed wet. So, because you can fold this and use this every day without having to wash it. You probably have to, this has to normally be washed every day. So anyway, I do the same thing with this. I put it in, and I lay it here, and then I unfold it, and I tuck it in here as best I can, and then I turn him over. Now, like I said, remember, you want to make sure that his arm is out of the way. And then you just, if you do that, just grab this and pull it out like that. There's no need to have to pick him up. Okay, put that there. So you notice, so that he's got this towel under him, he's got this pad under him. Okay, a lot of times he sleep, and I'm doing this while he sleep, so that when he wakes up, he won't wet. So then I come in here and I get a couple of these pillows, and I do this because he will roll over and go to sleep. And if he goes to sleep, then he's not gonna pee in time enough for him to be, for when the bus gets here. So I put these pillows to keep him from getting in too much of a comfortable space, and to also keep all of this padding and all that stuff in place. So I do this, and I take the heavier pillow and put it here because he likes to turn over on this side. So I put the heavier pillow here, and then I raise this back up, and I let him lay here probably for about an hour. And I'm always coming in here checking on him. If he falls asleep, then I'm shaking him, moving him, putting these things back in place, and trying to get him up so that he'll pee real good before I have to put his clothes on. And that's pretty much all I do with that.